Hi there, it's Alexandra from the Middle-Sized Garden YouTube channel and blog. If you've got a new garden to redesign, or even if you're revamping your old garden, one of the most helpful things you can do is to think of a garden style. And there are about a dozen garden styles, but some of the most popular ones include the following: cottage garden style, formal garden style, English country garden, dry garden, which is very important these days when we have so little rainfall, and outdoor room. The English cottage garden is a brilliant one for quite small gardens, and it's really got no rules. Usually there'd be no lawn, you'd have paths, quite big borders, and you can combine flowers, vegetables and fruit together. A cottage garden doesn't really have a colour scheme, but I have quite a few friends with lovely cottage gardens who exclude one colour. So they might have a garden without yellow, for example, and that can give the garden a sort of coherence while still feeling lovely and wild. Formal gardens are exactly the opposite, but they also translate very well into smaller spaces. And they're about symmetry and balance and architectural geometry. So you would have, for instance, a geometrical central thing like a lawn or perhaps a pond or even a terrace, and it would be bordered equally on either side. And this style is a very good style if you don't want to do too much maintenance, because all this evergreen shrubbery looks very good all year round and it only needs clipping once or twice a year. The English country garden is a bit more work, but it's really worth it. Think herbaceous border with drifts of colour. You would always have a lawn. You would have quite traditional garden furniture. You'd probably have an urn, maybe a pond. It's got all the ingredients of a garden like Sissinghurst, but you just sort of shrink it down to fit your own garden. And then there's the dry garden, and that is becoming increasingly important today. And with that, you don't have a lawn again, you have gravel or shingle, and you plant plants that won't need watering until after they've settled in. And then for the outdoor room, of course, this is really about having a seating area, an outdoor kitchen, maybe a jacuzzi. It's an extension of your lifestyle. And then for a wildlife garden, well, any garden can be a wildlife garden, and the important thing to do is planting. The more space you can give to plants and the more flowers you can have at different times of year, and provided you've got a source of water, you've actually got a wildlife garden. It doesn't have to look rambling, but if you're somebody who really wants your garden to look neat, you can still support wildlife.